Many people daydream about becoming rich one day as if it is the greatest goal anyone could ever achieve. That is why so many people play the lottery and watch shows about the rich and famous. There's the phrase, money can't buy happiness, but money can solve most problems. Money indeed makes life a lot better in many ways. However, there is also a dark side to having a lot of money that most people don't talk about. As another saying goes, the grass is greener on the other side. Most of us would choose to be rich over being poor, even though more money comes with more problems. At the very least, you will have to change your lifestyle. 10. Legacy. As you get older, you really start to realize your mortality and start to wonder how you will be remembered. What will be your imprint on the world? Is it to not have spoiled children that blow your fortune in one generation? Perhaps write a book so that your wisdom can continue through the ages for anyone wise enough to look. Remember, while it may be popular and even comforting to disparage the rich as greedy and ruthless, the truth is hospitals don't build themselves. Many wealthy individuals seek to leave their legacy by starting charities, building parks, hospitals, universities, or even eradicating polio like Bill Gates. Whatever they decide to do, one difference when it comes to the rich is that they certainly don't leave it up to chance. 9. Feeling isolated. Many people expect to feel surrounded by friends and admirers after they become wealthy and are shocked to find that they feel more alone than ever when they become wealthy. Friends and family may disappear once they find out how much you're worth, especially if they expected you to become a personal bank and find out that isn't the case. People who have known you all your life may suddenly no longer identify with you or feel like they understand you if you suddenly jump up the wealth ladder. That can lead wealthy people to feel increasingly isolated from friends and loved ones. 8. Automobiles. Pretty much everyone in America has their dream car. For some, it's a Lamborghini that costs well over $200,000, or a Tesla. Only millionaires can afford to buy a vehicle that's so expensive, it's the same price as a house. However, many millionaires choose a car based on safety, reliability, and fuel economy. While some wealthy people have huge multi-car garages with lifts for storing their mini sports car toys, many of the truly wealthy realize that cars are a poor investment and not something that adds much value to your day-to-day life. Billionaire Warren Buffett famously drives a 2014 Cadillac XTS, which was $23,500 when it was brand new. His mindset behind buying a car is that he wants to buy a reliable vehicle to use for as long as he possibly can. As an investor, he realizes that he can spend his money better by putting it into the stock market because it helps his wealth grow. Cars depreciate, so they are a terrible investment that loses you money the second they drive off the seller lot. 7. Social media isn't important. Plenty of people get a sense of satisfaction from their number of likes on social media. They desperately want to impress their friends, so they put in a lot of effort to post flattering photos of themselves and the things they do on a day-to-day basis. However, once you are rich, you no longer have anything to prove. Unless your source of wealth is your own life as a personal brand, you have nothing to gain from posting on social media. You have more than enough dopamine sources from your wealth to need any positive feedback from social media validation. Your accomplishments are enough for you to feel good about yourself, and that's all that matters. Getting a like on social media gives you a false sense of approval, but it's no replacement for genuine interactions with others. There are trends like Rich Kids of Instagram where wealthy people post absurd receipts and bills for clout. However, most wealthy people realize they won't gain anything by flaunting their riches on social media. It will only lead to more attention from inauthentic people who only value you for your status and the fun things your money could buy them. 6. Authenticity becomes rare. We mentioned some of your old friendships and relationships might fall to the wayside. Sometimes, this is for the best, especially if these people were bringing you down or trying to slow your success. However, one of the downsides to this is that once you surround yourself with other rich people, it becomes more difficult to find authentic people. Everyone has a carefully manicured public persona, especially if they are a public figure. So you can never be sure if someone actually likes you or if they're just putting on a face for the public. 5. People will try to use you. We just talked about a lack of authenticity after you become rich. One of the worst parts of this is that many people will try to use you. Suddenly, when you go out to eat, you become the designated person expected to pick up the bill. Friends and family no longer appreciate smaller gifts, and expectations rise from everyone around you. It can begin to feel like people are using you or they no longer appreciate small gestures of generosity. People you don't even know might start to reach out to you for favors or with sob stories asking for support. Even worse is that you become a target for fake friends and gold diggers. You can no longer trust that people want to be your friend or lover for the right reasons. 4. You start reading more. Most millionaires are all about self-improvement. They became wealthy because they had an interest in continually pushing themselves to the next level. Even after they attain a millionaire's status, they are still finding ways to continue to get better. That is why so many of them enjoy reading books. Furthermore, if you aren't the sort of person who reads books already, you just might find yourself being the sort of person who adopts the practice once you become rich. It doesn't hurt that millionaires also have the time to read books with the ability to hire nannies, chefs, housekeepers, and more, leaving them ample free time. Many people who don't have enough time to read will listen to podcasts or audiobooks instead. That can be a great way to consume books when you're on a plane or driving somewhere on your morning commute. Whether you read or listen to self-help books or genre fiction, reading or listening to books is a fantastic way to exercise your mind, learn, and relax. Reading is beneficial for the brain at all ages and difficulty levels of materials. Furthermore, reading is fundamentally an act of self-care and self-improvement. While reading won't make you rich, it can make your life wealthier. 3. Your reputation is far more important. People in the middle class might not think twice before posting a photo on Instagram showing themselves getting drunk with their friends. They care about what people think to a certain extent, but they also want to show they are having a good time. However, once you reach a certain level of success, that is no longer acceptable. Building your reputation becomes far more critical. It can impact your reputation to show any negative traits, and that reputation carries far more weight and reaches more eyes and ears than it does for ordinary people. The rich do need to manage their image more carefully. Wealthy people usually achieve success by their ability to be taken seriously by clients and business partners. So if they reveal too much of their unprofessional side, it could mean losing clients and money. 2. The foods you eat. Now that you're no longer dependent on tuna and ramen noodles for sustenance, you'll find being wealthy opens up quite a few more options, particularly as healthy eating goes. Organic this, organic that. Turns out there's a lot more to life than Taco Bell's Nacho Locos. Not to mention it's a lot easier to eat healthy when you have a chef making all of your meals. Goodbye Walmart, hello tiny 5-star cuisine. 1. It's easier to be honest. Like saying no more often, it's possible to be honest when you're rich because there is no fear of getting fired. Sometimes, honesty rubs people the wrong way. Alternatively, it could help to turn a negative situation into something better. Either way, it will make things easier for you to move forward with your life and your goals. You can't make progress if you aren't honest with yourself and others. The force of wealth behind you simply makes it easier to engage in that honesty without fearing financial consequences. Sure, this might be a substantial perk people get to enjoy once they start making more money. However, you can choose to implement this into your life before you're close to becoming a millionaire. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel.